Factor.com.
Welcome back to Get Down to Business. I am thrilled to be joined by my good friend, Justin Lopatin, VP of Residential Lending at Pearl Mortgage. Justin, welcome to the program.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So you shared an interesting statistic with me that homeowners stay with their employers far longer than renters. And with rising rental costs in Chicago, that seems like a no-brainer. It's time to buy for a lot of people. Justin, share with us what you've been discovering in the business community.
Absolutely. So we have certainly determined through research that once someone buys a home, due to the culmination of events like obviously a higher overhead. So they're generally going to be psychologically rooted in the community. They're going to have that mortgage payment, which they obviously are going to need to pay, and therefore they're going to approach their job with a different mentality. So in general, we do see those that buy homes end up staying with their employers far longer because of that commitment.
It's fascinating, absolutely fascinating. And companies are always trying to retain top talent and avoid employee turnover. It's very costly, and certainly everybody's trying to find whatever creative incentives they could provide to employees. So once again, Justin Lopatin of the VP of Residential Lending at Pearl Mortgage, explaining to us that homeowners stay with their employers far longer than renters. Justin, you've been out there in the market talking to the business community about how to encourage home ownership. Tell us a little bit about the outreach that you've been doing, and what's your message to Chicagoland's companies about how you can be a resource to them?
Yeah, absolutely. So what we've been doing is a lot of companies locally have different variety of ways to, whether it's a wellness program or an enrichment program, they want to add value and educate their employees, whether it's, through things like nutrition. Sometimes they'll have financial advisors. And what we've realized, not just in companies, but in general, most people don't learn about real estate, nor do they learn about how to buy a home and how to navigate through getting a mortgage. So what we've done is we've created a no-cost benefit for employers where we'll come in, whether it's during a breakfast, a lunch, or even in the evening, we'll come in and we'll speak to the staff about the general process, about the real estate market, about kind of what to expect. We'll share some information about renting numbers versus owning numbers, and just give people an overview because there's such a big gap between perception and reality. The perception is you still need perfect credit with 20% down, and 10 years at your job, and the reality is quite the contrary. So our goal is to educate as many people as we can because real estate does stimulate the economy. It does help employers retain their top talent. And, there's definitely a lot of additional pros that come along with it. So,
Justin, many, I believe, are of the perspective that they may not be ready for home ownership. They may not have enough saved for a down payment. They may just not be in the place where they're ready to make that next step. What's your response to them?
What I would tell people is, generally speaking, there's a lot of information out there that most are unfamiliar with, and the media doesn't always do a great job of providing the specific details because there's just so much smoke and mirrors in the mortgage industry in general. And relatively speaking, the past has been pretty negative, especially after the housing crisis. So what I would tell people is, I strongly encourage to ask questions, to go see your local bank, go talk to a lender like myself, and just get educated. You should not have to pay a cost to get pre-approved. So most banks and most lenders will pre-approve you at no cost. And what I advise my clients, when I work with financial advisors and CPAs, and their clients are coming to them asking for advice, I tell people, whether you're 6 months out, a year out, or 18 months out, speak with a lender. Understand your income, understand your credit, understand your savings, and how that relates to the process. And the further out, the better, because if you're not in position to buy, you can work on the specific factors that will increase your chances of being a successful homeowner, and you'll get some education. I think the biggest problem is people don't know where to get that education, and you can't just get it online. You can't just get it from, Uncle Bob at the Thanksgiving table. You have to do some research and speak with a professional.
Justin Lopatin, VP of Residential Lending at Pearl Mortgage. We appreciate you coming on the program. So obviously, individuals can contact you if they're ready to take that next step. But really important is it sounds like you have a fantastic program for employers to, at no cost to them, come in and help educate both the companies and the HR managers and the executives, but also to provide resources to their employees. Justin, how can people get a hold of you if they want to get something scheduled and get it on the books?
Absolutely. The best way is just contact me via phone. It's my direct line is 312-376-2209. That's 312-376-2209. Or via email. It's my first initial J, followed by my last name, Lopatin, at Pearl, Perl, Mortgage, mortgage.com. And I'd be happy to speak with anyone about their personal needs or from a corporate standpoint, coming in and speaking to your company and just sharing some knowledge about that process.
Fantastic. Justin at Pearl Mortgage. As always, we appreciate you coming on the program. We'll check back in with you about this fantastic program over the coming weeks. Coming up, we've got a best-selling author who has some great tips for us.